We're going to give our review of the film You People, starring Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy, Lauren London, Neil Long, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and to give you our thoughts on it, we saw an advanced screening of it. And the movie started off with such a nice, warm vibe, even when they were leaning into like stereotypes or certain tropes and things like that. That kind of it made you laugh, and then it did such a good job on becoming uncomfortable. It took you on a journey of being able to laugh at certain things that are considered like hot topic things, and then purposely like showing you the uncomfortableness of it, the cringiness of it, the straight out what's the word I'm trying to look for? Underlining or hidden racism that people don't notice that they're doing, and the blatant racisms and things like the micro. And it worried me at first, and then when the movie progressed on and you realized what was going on, I felt like this movie, it did such a good job on, not only did it do typical like tropey standard things that would happen in a romance movie or a movie about race and stuff like that, but it did a lot of new things that I was so happy that they got off the track of the typical, they fall in love and then something happens and they break up. A lot of the norms happened, but they did a nice twist on them that I did not see coming and did not expect. And I didn't know where my expectations were going to be with this movie, because this is one of the first times that Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy, it's two different styles. I didn't know how well it was going to work together. I felt like with Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Eddie Murphy, with them having their SNL background, I knew that I was going to be comfortable with what they were going to deliver. But the rest of the cast, I was really happily surprised on what they brought to the table. The journey that this takes you on is very much worth the price of admission. I'm only disappointed that this is not going to stay in theaters because it deserves a theatrical run, and that's as far as I'll go with it. I recommend seeing it behind the scenes. This is going to be the second time Tabitha gives her review on it because the mic wasn't working before. But once again, Tabitha, if you don't mind.
I do not mind. I actually really enjoyed this movie for myself. I found it to be very entertaining, very thoughtful, very thought-provoking. So I enjoyed seeing the movie. There were some wonderful qualities about the stereotypes being super, like, overly funny to sort of grasp you into those stereotypes, and they developed those characters and really created a more thoughtful, in-depth character within those stereotypes. Something that you touched on was the comedic strain between sort of Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy, which I think played into the strain of their characters, and because they are two very different comedic styles, and because of that, I think that
worked into their awkwardness.
That worked into their awkwardness and really played off each other in these strife scenarios that they put for that movie, which I really liked.
Eddie Murphy playing more of a serious guy was also a good twist.
It was like, and him playing that, like, they even touched on like stereotypes that I think are hard. Like, they created humor within stereotypes that I think are hard to accept and deal with, which I thought they did a really good job on. And then, it started conversations. As I mentioned earlier, it started a conversation with my daughter about how she was in a relation. Oh my God, I cannot say this word today.
Interracial relationship.
Interracial relationship. It's the double R's for me. The interracial relationship that she went through, and the sort of the controversy that she had to deal with, and some of those things were presented in this movie. And for her, it started that conversation between her and I about the struggle she had that I didn't even know she experienced with, the person she was in a relationship with's family. Like, right. I didn't even know about it because she just didn't mention it. She thought, and I really liked her opinion of this. She really thought that they did the micro racism really well. Like, they presented that really well as an actual problem that happens that people don't realize they're doing. And then the favorite thing was with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, where she's presented with what she's doing and her reaction.
Yes,
her reaction is a reaction that most white people have, and it's not okay. It's not an okay thing to try to make the person who is coming to you with a problem feel bad. I like the
way Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character did both. She was defensive at one moment, and like that's what happens. Like like when you really care, you can just stay defensive and just stay there, and that's it. I'm not like, and then that's. But I like the journey that she went in.
Well, it was a real journey. To me, that was a real thing that happens. People are not perfect. People mess up all the time, and that's one of those things that I think was really great about this being a conversation starter movie. Yes. I think people need to see this because it starts these conversations that need to happen. And when a victim has to comfort the person that is causing the pain, that's not okay. They need to be able to take on what they're saying, hear their feelings, and then approach that. If you can't do it then do it later. And I think that was a really interesting presentation of a real problem that we're presented with a lot.
Right.
Like, I mean, a lot. And I really liked that. The negative I mentioned earlier that I saw was I felt like Jonah Hill's character with, what's her name again? I'm so sorry. Laura London's character. They felt more bro-like and friendship instead of relationship. And I think that had to do with maybe some chemistry between them two, like not natural chemistry between them two in the sense of attraction. And but other than that, I thought their characters were wonderful, and they were wonderfully done. As like you saw this friendship, and I thought they were funny together. Like I would love to see them do a comedy together again.
Even
like,
their odd couple,
yes.
The kind of thing like opposites attract kind of thing. Worked. I think they did a very good job.
I just didn't think they were very romantically driven towards each other. It was more friendship in my mind driven towards each other.
Right.
But it didn't diminish from the storyline, in my opinion. It didn't diminish from what the purpose of this movie was. Right. I still enjoyed it, and I still could believe it.
It still showed a love that made sense.
It still showed a love that made sense. Absolutely.
Yeah. But hey, what did you think about when we saw it?
I mean, I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I laughed a lot. I'd watch it again.
Yeah.
Did you know that the guy on the plane? I know that's kind of a spoiler. There's a scene where there's a plane. Sorry, but that was the director.
Oh, really? Yeah, was it really the guy that came in?
Kenya Barris, and we watched his. There's another Netflix show.
I didn't care for it.
I understood it. I mean, but he's also one of the creators of like. Grownish and what was those TV shows? Blackish and Youngish and all those stuff. So his writing history and producing, directing history with these types of movies where it's about race and stuff. Yeah. So I thought that was
that is interesting. I didn't know that.
I didn't know he was the director. Now
I didn't know he was
sense.
the director, but I knew who he was from the series
that makes his line all the funnier though that he said.
No, I think it's a good watch. I hope people check it out. And yes, it is disappointing that it's not going to theaters.
Yes.
It should be out there, not just Netflix.
I thought it was viewed in theater. So some of these are like I could watch this at home. I liked it.
I mean, like some things are like this is a watch at home.
This is a
TV.
straight to DVD or back in the day.
This one is not. This one's totally a movie theater movie.
This was a movie.
Hearing everyone else laugh in the theater and getting that
energy,
and that vibe.
That energy made it even better.
Yes.
The people behind us were
cracking
me up. They were living it through that movie. That's what made it even funnier.
It was so funny because I'm over there laughing and then I hear them cackling behind us and I was like, oh my God, yes.
There was some parts of the movie where me and Joy in our relationship, we really got it because we were like, oh my God, we went through that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I was wondering how it was going to come together. All I'll say for the ending was the message that was brought to the end when the cast and the ensemble got together and they brought it home. That could have been a dumpster fire. It could have crashed on its face and it could have been really bad. But the way they did it, I thought was pretty good. What did you?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I
enjoyed it.
I thought that message was really good. So we're all in agreement. We think it's worth a theatrical run, Netflix.
Yes.
So go check it out. You people was good. I had fun.
Yeah.
I cringed.
Oh yes, very cringy in a lot of ways.
It was moments of tension. It was moments of fear. It really did a roller coaster of ride on you. And it's a good watch. So go check it out. Kenya Barris's You People, starring Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and Lauren London.
Lauren London.
Who I love. Oh, I love her.
Wheezy's ex-girl. But
she's gorgeous, by the way. I just stared at her dimples most of the time.
Yeah, I'll say that too. I was staring at her dimples. Guys, go check it out. That's our review. Let us know what you guys thought when you go see the movie on Netflix. Come back here and let us know your thoughts on it. And here's the question. Should this have gotten a theater run? After you watch it, let us know, it should have, or no, it's a perfect Netflix movie. Because there's certain movies that we've said on this show that are too good for Netflix. Not that they shouldn't make it, but it deserves a theater run.
Absolutely.
And then you can put it on Netflix. Netflix, wake up. This deserves to be in theaters. But after you watch it on Netflix, come back here, let us know your thoughts on it, and hope we can talk about it some more. I had a good time. All right, guys, for the Rundown crew, we're going to get out of here and go and get some rest. So have a good one, guys.
Remember to like this video, become a subscriber, and share. This really does help us out. And click here or here. Thanks for watching.